My name is Rasul, and by day I'm an HR manager for a government contracting firm in Washington, D.C. And I also am the president and founder of HR Girlfriends, a professional and social organization based out of Washington, D.C. I recall being an undergrad, and there was a young lady I was in school with who was studying HR. I'd laughed. I went, "What's that?" I was like, "How are you going to get a job studying HR?" And fast forward a few years later, all I knew was I loved people. And I tried my hand at real estate management, and although I was serving people, it wasn't in the capacity that I appreciated or thought that I could be of best service. And one of the companies I was working for at the time provided a diversity and inclusion training for all managers. I was hooked. I thought, oh great, I can do this. This is what I want to do. I want to be a trainer. And the irony is that's what got me into studying HR and following that path. But once I got in, I went, I'm not training anyone, not in that capacity. I thought, I want to do something else. So that's kind of how it started. When I decided I wanted to go into HR, I knew that my real estate management career would be a hindrance. It wasn't easy to make the crossover. So I went back to school and was studying for a master's in HR. And luckily the university I was studying at provided HR certification courses at no cost in your last semester. Everyone didn't take advantage of it, but I had done research and I knew that many employers were looking for SPHR or PHR. The job postings would say preferred, but after more research, I realized that preference really meant those people get the interview, and I wanted the interview. And so I studied. Luckily, I passed on the first try. I didn't realize how important that part was, but yeah, that's how I got to become certified. I mean, it's my belief, and as we all understand, human resources is the business of people. You know, you can have a great idea, but if you don't have the right human capital to push that idea and to service your clients, there is no business. So for me, it is about connecting with one another within the organization. And that's how information sharing happens. And team-oriented organizations tend to thrive, where there's less competition and we're all shooting for the same goal. And I think HR plays a role by examples where you have affinity groups, where people are coming together outside of their normal day-to-day position, and they're connecting on other topics and other things that matter to them. I truly believe that we're more than our 9-to-5s, and if our employers can help support some of those initiatives, they'll get more productivity, in my opinion. So that's how I see that. HR Girlfriends is a social and professional networking organization for women in human resources or women who provide services to the human resources field. It's an organization that is based upon cultivating authentic relationships, and it is premised on the fact that no woman is allowed to sell herself. She's allowed to be herself, but not sell herself. My inspiration for starting HR Girlfriends was my love for people and my lack of connection with the women in my own field. And I understand the basis of networking and growth in your profession is, you know, the old adage, it's who you know, not what you know. It rings true even today. So that's really what my inspiration was. It was self-motivated, but now it is really about the women that we're serving. HR Girlfriends is a great organization for connecting, but women do find commonalities. And right now, if you were to go into our LinkedIn group, you would find women providing support, seeking assistance on how to study for the SPHR, doing ad hoc study groups, looking for encouragement. There is just so much around certification. There are many times when women post things like, I'm looking for a new job, I've been out of work for a long time and I want to get back into my field, or I'm trying to transition into HR. And you can almost guarantee that someone, including myself, will say, have you considered certification? That is the way to get in. I've actually responded to several women out of the country who are looking for transitional information and advice coming into the US. And that's one of the first things I tell them is that, here's how you position yourself with your international experience and your ability to understand HR. Certification is the way to go. This is how you stay competitive in our market. Having the letters behind your name, employers look at that and they understand that you have committed to the process. It's really funny. When you're not in HR and people ask me, what does PHR mean? I said, it's like being a CPA. I said, CPAs, right? I said, it's the equivalent of being a CPA in the accounting world. Everyone gets it, right? An old career, an old track. And so that is how I see it, as a very respected designation, and it lets employers know that you're serious about your craft. And now in turn, when I'm hiring HR professionals, I look at that and I know that they're committed like I am. And I understand what they had to go through to get it. So I am more drawn to bring those people in for interviews, to help support me in my department. So it's opened up doors for myself and others that I have to assist.